So I had said I was going to do the black lining, and I ended up changing a few things as well. Um, this was the normal line that I was going to do, same with that one up there. This one here, though, to be able to do this one, I actually had to put another line of slabs along this so that you won't see this block on the top of it. Um, so because of doing that, I had to do that on the other side as well. And then this part was the part that I actually added. I ended up adding more slabs here so I could put another black line there. Um, and then this one was the original one I was going to put, which that one looked phenomenal whenever I had first done it. And then I thought, well, like, because when you're looking at it from afar, this looks like it's two blocks right here, when actually it's 1.5 blocks. But you can see, like, right there, you can tell that's 3 blocks. It looks like 2 blocks, so it looks really good from back behind. Even looking at this as well, the only thing that kind of looks weird is right in the middle of that right there is black and nothing else is, but it kind of looks like it's an indent, which is what it's supposed to be. So I like it a little bit more, honestly. Obviously the other side looks exactly the same, but go over here, look at it. You can tell that it's obviously the exact same, but the next big task is, like moving this how it needs to be able to go that way. And with using this much burnt quartz, I'm going to be dead on EMC. I mean, right now, I'm down to 260,000 EMC just from using this much burnt quartz. You can only imagine using this much here compared to using that much this way. Yeah. This build is probably going to consist, I would say, just in burnt quartz. Um, well, for saying that this used roughly around 500, yeah, I think about 500,000 EMC, I think. Because this is probably, that's more than one stack. It's probably 3 stacks, maybe 5 stacks on each side, I think. Because each stack is 60,000, so I mean, if you were to say that I was using, if I used 10 stacks, it's 600,000 EMC, so I'm not sure if that's actually quite right. I mean, it might be. I don't remember if I was actually at 800,000 EMC or not. Um, it might actually be. It might be pretty close to that, actually. Pretty close to already using 600,000 EMC. And, I mean, this is only what? It's like 15, I think, from there to there, and then 45. So it's like basically a stack right there, just from that corner to that corner, I think. Somewhere around there. Something close to that, I know. And I mean, this is going to be triple over here. Oh, man. Yeah, this is probably going to be almost like 2 million EMC just in burnt quartz. This is going to be insane. I mean, it's not hard to get EMC. That's not the hard part. It's just the fact, it's just like thinking about how much EMC this build is going to have, and it's just insane. I mean, that's another reason why I definitely enjoy using this, is because of the fact that you put a lot more different perspective of how you use things. Because you look at it like, oh damn, that's a lot of EMC. Um, so yeah, that's gonna take some time, definitely for sure. Because I'll probably have to go to the Nether for a decent bit, probably about 30 minutes or so in total, probably to get all the EMC. If I can get lucky enough to get everything that I need. Um, the other thing is going to be figuring out exactly how to do this part up here, because doing the railing, I mean, it's not going to be difficult. I just got to figure out exactly how I want to actually do it. Um, Because right over here, I believe it'll be somewhere in here, somewhere right in here, and then also on this corner as well. Um, there's not going to be any railing there, unless I choose to actually do the railing, but I don't think I will. Um, because in the picture that I'm looking at, the railing stops right there. Like that's where it cuts off. It just cuts off like somewhere in here. And then there's like some kind of like building statue-ish thing, whatever. Has a door on it, but the door you can tell in the, well, looking through Google Maps, the door is actually locked. So what I'm actually going to do is have something special to that. That'll be another project that I'm going to work on. um, so yeah, I'm kind of definitely got to think really hard on how to do the railing there. I mean, first thing I want to do is definitely more work on doing the side wallings here, because this is gonna take forever. So because of having to, think of how exactly I'm doing these, that'll definitely take a bit of time for sure to figure that all out. And then, doing the back wall as well. Um, so far I'd say I've put about I would say in total of building about 4 to 5 hours roughly. All in all, for clearing all this out and getting everything ready, EMC and all that, I would say I've probably worked for about 10 hours, I'd say, on this so far. Probably 3 of that would probably be just clearing this out and filling in the desert and everything. And then the probably 2 hours is probably just getting EMC to be able to actually flatten all this out. So yeah, I mean, there's been quite a bit of time already spent on this building, which is quite surprising. I mean, doing builds like this aren't something that's easy. That is for sure. It's not something that's simple to just get done, within the same day of starting it. That's for sure. But this episode is definitely probably going to take a while to actually get ready and upload and everything, because I can already tell that trying to complete the sides here. I want to at least try to get one side done before I come back and show what it looks like. I would like to get one whole side done, but I know it's going to take well more than an hour, I'm sure, just to do one single side here. So I'll kind of see how I want to play it out. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna either that or yeah. I feel like this episode's probably gonna take a while because I haven't stopped actually doing stuff since my last episode. So I'll definitely have to probably have to sit here and probably take a little bit of a break here, so I don't get too worn out and whatnot of doing this. Because, well, I guess more or less burnt out is the word I'm more or less trying to say. I don't want to get burnt out doing this, obviously. Apparently I missed a few blocks here. This is again why it takes me so long to do things, because I get so lost in everything that I'm doing that I forget a few certain things, which can get quite annoying with doing such ridiculous detail on something. But I think this looks amazing, so yeah, I'll return with some more progress at some point. Alright, so been actually building now for quite a bit. Um, I was building for, I think it was roughly close to an hour and a half, roughly. But you can kind of see on the mini map that it's kind of glitching out over here. I went ahead and actually made, this took me quite a while, honestly. Um, I went to the Nether at first. I actually still have some. These are all blaze spawners. Now, um, I was in the Nether for quite a bit, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, close somewhere in there. I was there for quite a bit finding spawners. Went ahead and I do have Soul Shards Reborn as one of the mods I have in this pack because it's honestly an amazing mod. So I definitely enjoy using it. Um, but with as well using the wireless lever here makes it so much easier. Um, but basically the system I have set up here is it just puts the mob essence into these, and it'll put the blaze rods here, the bags here, and then if it gets trophies, or I guess if like the bags overfill, which I'm not too sure if it'll only go to 64 or if it'll go higher, so I have to see. So you'll see that they'll spawn. I'm trying also, I haven't tested this fully, but I want to make sure as well that they can't spawn on the roof. And they can spawn on top of there, so I'll have to fix that as well. And I think also as well that I might need more grinders, to be perfectly honest. Because, yeah, it's starting to seem like it can't keep up. Like I said, I haven't tested this fully yet, so I'm still kind of testing all this. I mean, that is one of the number one things that I'm trying to do right now is test this. I don't know why, like, I'm still confused at why these are so slow. Like, why they take so long to kill something. It's one thing I never really understood too much about grinders is why they are so damn slow. Like, everything else in MFR is so damn fast, and yet grinders are so damn slow. I mean, like, okay. The one thing that I was kind of thinking I could do is just put 2 more grinders on each side here, but I'm not sure if I exactly want to do that or not. So it doesn't really seem like it would really speed anything up, honestly, to be honest. I could make some power cables to make this a little easier, I suppose. Move the solar panels to being like over here, like on top of these, well, on top of these right here, putting another row of grinders here, and hoping that that would kind of keep up. But, I mean, hell, I already have, how many, 5? Yeah, I have 5 grinders here. Pretty sure I've used well, it was probably actually a tier 4, maybe not tier 5, when messing around before with doing this stuff. Pretty sure I've gotten away, though, with using 6. Pretty sure it was a tier 5, maybe it was only a tier 4. But I don't know why it's going so slow, though. I mean, I know these things are keeping up power-wise. It's just these things' idle timer is so slow, it's insane. Might be because as well that these are kind of slow. Maybe if I put some speed upgrades or something in them, maybe it'll help a little bit. I don't really know. Because let's see, let's turn it back on right quick. Alright, and let's see. See, the idle is what takes so damn long. Okay, the idle is pretty short, but see, then you can see like oh, okay, so they all died, so the idle went back up. Yeah, I'm not too sure, honestly. It also seems to be this isn't working very well as I was wanting it to. So what I'm trying to do is only have excess items come into this. I'm not wanting this to end up filling up with bags and stuff. I mean, it should, well, okay, yeah, that's probably what it's doing. I think it might be, even though there's nothing in there, it might be constantly searching for where to put an item. So then, like, while it's once it gets an item and it's already found this, it just automatically puts it in there, I suppose. I'm not 100% on why it's doing that. The only thing I can think of doing is I'd have to move these forward and put a sorting pipe there to make it a little easier. But I'll have ridiculous amounts of bags. That'll get me quite a bit of EMC, I'm sure. Probably get lucky with that. But yeah, I'll have to maybe try to figure out how to maybe make this a little faster. Because I would like to have this on for, a rather long period of time. It would be nice so that I could, you know, build and have it going and come back and have tons of blaze rods. Now, I know I had said, before that I didn't want to get into having something being automated in a sense to give me a ton of EMC. But at the same time, I did have to, you know, work for getting this. Like, it took me a while to get that, and to get all this set up here. It took me a little bit to do all this, so I feel like that's worth it. I mean, if we're doing, like, magical crops, it's too easy. You just have a farming station, um, you use gas seeds and just make gas tiers all day. It's stupidly easy. I mean, it doesn't even take that long to even get started doing that. So, I figured, like, this isn't too ridiculous. I mean, maybe though, maybe I'll just keep it as it is now because, I could only have it on for so long before it kind of before I have to shut it off because there becomes too many of them. Maybe that could be the setback, I guess. And like I can't have it on 24/7 kind of thing. So that might be what I do actually. Apparently, I have to put some stone above that because it is not wanting to cooperate there. So let me get my chisel. And let's see, what block should I make it? I'll probably make it this block. And I think it's right here. Is that right? Yep, nice. So there we go. Alright. Yeah, there we go. So now it shouldn't spawn on top of that now. It should spawn all the way around it. So now I turn it on. It seems to be it's working how I want it to. They don't spawn underneath it, they don't spawn above it. Yeah, this seems to work pretty well. Even though this is gonna constantly get items, which is gonna annoy the hell out of me. Like, I'm pretty sure open blocks. Let me see if they're even in this. Yeah, because it just shows trophy there. Doesn't show all the trophies you can get. Oh, that's pretty cool. Trophy pedestal. I guess it's for these trophies, I'm assuming. Yeah, mainly I want to see. Yeah, okay, it says 57 out of 64 items. Yeah, okay. So this can only hold a stack of the bags. So that'll be kind of annoying. At some point, maybe, I mean, it does give me quite a decent amount of EMC and other things. But maybe what I'll do is, what I possibly might do though, is, I might honestly, start using a trash can to actually just delete these. Like, I don't really want to have to do that, but I'm might honestly end up just doing that, because opening these can be quite annoying, honestly. I mean, like, one thing that would be nice is if I was to go to a chest, for instance, like this chest, and like shift right click. Oh, well, I stand corrected. Okay, well, so it does actually work like Darkcraft bags, which is actually really pleasing, honestly. Now that I know that, maybe I won't be so annoyed if these bags then. Um, what I might do is, I might set up a system. I'm not sure how I honestly want to do it, but set up some kind of system to where I could have it take, like, because I mean, mainly the thing that I don't want to be something that I'm keeping is obviously the stencils, because those things are just annoying. I'll never use them. They're pointless to me, so what I might do is maybe try to set up a system, if I can, that will just throw the stencils like in a trash can or something. Just get rid of them. That's what I'm kind of thinking of doing. But so yeah, that was kind of the thing I've been working on right now. And yeah, it gives me quite a bit of EMC, honestly. They're like 1500 EMC a piece, I believe. That's why I went with blaze rods. Yeah, 1536. So yeah, that was the reason why I went with them. Um, so this is what I have done so far. Open up the map here. This is what I got done so far. What I the only thing I'm lacking right now, which I don't know if I have enough EMC quite yet. Um, let's see. Oh, let's see. I need 3, 6. That. How many more would I need? So I need exactly what I have in my inventory times 3, roughly. Well, yeah, this times 3. So I don't quite have enough EMC to accomplish that quite yet, but um, I will. I'll continue to probably let the blaze farm go for a little bit. Open up the bags and everything. Get enough EMC. I mean, like I had said before, I think I need roughly somewhere around about 2 million EMC to be able to do, I think, the rest of this, honestly. Maybe 1.5 million EMC to be able to do the rest of this with burnt quartz, but you can see on the map I have gone all the way around now. So I mean, this thing is definitely coming together. Looking on the map, I mean, this thing looks massive. So I mean, if I zoom all the way out, you can see that this thing is pretty damn big, honestly. So yeah, I mean, definitely this build, I have put quite a bit of time into it, which actually what I do want to do is, have I gotten a sign randomly? No. Okay, so I'll get some planks, and a stick. And I'm going to make a sign. Just because this is one of the things that I actually do on Xbox Minecraft when it comes to doing creative builds. I tend to always do this quite often. I will, actually, I need another sign. This is something that I do quite often, though. I don't know really where I want to put this. I guess I'll put it over here, sure. So work right here. So right here, I'm going to put estimated time and then the sign next to it will be the actual time that I've spent. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if I really want to say like the amount of time like destroying everything and whatnot. Um, no, I'm just gonna go with building time. I feel, yeah, I think just building time. So that would be um, 6. See, it's how would I want to put it? I'll just do this. 6.5 hours, just like that. And then basically, whenever I spend, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, come back, destroy it, and re-put the time. It's one of the things I like to do just so that I know exactly how much time I've actually put into a build. More or less just so I can kind of keep track. I mean, it makes it a lot easier having a sign like that on the build to kind of know. So, yeah, I'm just gonna continue on getting some more EMC from the Blaze Farm here, and like I said, open up these, and yeah, this should go pretty well, honestly. It's going pretty amazingly, honestly, for right now, I would say. Um, I mean, it's going pretty well, I'd say. Like that honestly didn't take me as long as I thought it would to do the outer walls. I honestly was figuring it was going to take a lot longer than that, but it surprisingly went pretty quick. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I was expecting it to take me way, way longer, but it took me. I think it was a little bit. It was a little bit over an hour to finish that off. So I mean that was actually pretty good, I'd say. I mean, like I said, very surprised at how short a time it actually took. I was expecting it to take like 2 or 3 hours, but it didn't quite take that long, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, I'm gonna get on to getting more EMC and whatnot. Get on to doing that, and I shall return whenever I have that completed. Okay, well, I've been sitting here for a little bit, and I was kind of thinking of like some way that I could do this without actually having to do it myself. And this seems to work pretty well, honestly. I'm actually quite surprised how well this is working. Um, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna open up the mystery thing, so I don't really care about that. But yeah, this works pretty damn well, actually. Um, just the transfer on top and going into an autonomous activator, having it sneaking, right click, and round robin, and it works really well. It throws everything in here just like I want it to, which is pretty nice. So I mean, basically, I can just pull out everything that has EMC, throw it in my thing, which there's 40,000 EMC, pretty good actually. And all the other things, these actually, I'll just delete those, so I don't really need them. They're only really used for Killer Joes, and I don't really have a use for them. I mean, at the same time though, I might try them. Pretty sure they're in here. Yeah, Killer Joe requires a zombie head, which I can easily get zombie heads. It requires dark steel and some fused quartz. And then you can also you can supply it with a sword, and then give it nutrient distillation, which I've actually never messed with, so I don't know exactly how to do that, but I can probably figure it out. Supplying it with a sword, though, those are the swords you can give it to make them like not be able to teleport or not explode, things like that. You can force it to where they can't do anything basically. I mean, I don't know if they're really fast. I mean, I could try them like on this side to see if they're really quick or anything, and see how better they are, if they are better at all. Um, Maybe, I don't know. I might try them. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this works pretty well for doing this. So I'd kind of share that so you can kind of see like what I'm doing with this. So I mean, I think this will be a pretty good system to honestly get quite a bit of EMC honestly to be able to continue on with my building over there. So yeah, just thought I would just do a little quick little update of that. So I shall return with progress on the building though. Alright, so this actually went a lot faster than I was expecting it to. Um, but I'm going to actually update the sign while I'm thinking of it. So I have spent now 7 hours. Yes, it only took me half an hour to finish this, which is really kind of surprising. I went all the way that way, behind it, and the other side, and the top is done. So open up the map, and you can kind of, somewhat, you can kind of see it that this is fully done. I was having some issues though. I don't know what's causing it. Maybe it's just because of the fact of placing blocks so fast with the builder's wand, but I mean, it even does it even whenever I place blocks in general. Sometimes the blocks will just disappear for no reason. I'm not sure what exactly is causing that, but I think it's because of the fact just placing blocks so fast. I'm not 100% on that, but that might be what the cause of it is. But um, I think this is honestly starting to look amazing. Um, the next thing that I'll end up doing for this is right here, I believe, is where the railing will go. Because I think it has like an overhang kind of on it, so that this will be like where the railing itself kind of thing will be. It'll overhang onto this block, I think. It's kind of what it'll look like anyway. You'll see like the torches actually can go through the carpenter blocks, so it looks really cool at nighttime. I haven't fully just let it be nighttime yet because it's kind of annoying dealing with the mobs. But if I go under here, the whole thing under here is just filled with torches. Just filled the whole thing with torches. So um, along the outside, you're able to see the light that comes from in here. So I mean, uh, it's not something I really wanted, but it doesn't really bother me honestly. It's not it's not a problem honestly. Kind of actually makes it look really cool at nighttime. I mean, I don't really get to see it being, like I don't fully get to see it because I don't let it be nighttime for very long. But yeah, I think this is coming definitely along very well. The railing though, I think I'll try to do the railing. I mean, I'm gonna save that probably for the next episode. Um, but I'm thinking maybe either if I really choose to do the railing, I'm gonna do the railing. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do the corners because the uh, from what I'm going off of, the temple I'm going off of, like the corners here don't have a railing. There's a building that's in the corner here, which I'm thinking of just not doing the uh, not doing the railing, but at the same time I'm kind of thinking of doing the railing, just because I think it would look a little better. Um, but we'll kind of see whenever I get to that point. Um, I'm also going to. There's buildings in every corner that, looking through Google Maps, they actually have locks on the doors that are to them. So I'm actually wanting to do something actually kind of to that, if I can. There'll be I guess you could say a little project that I'm wanting to that I'm kind of thinking of doing. But yeah, I think this is honestly turning out really well. But like I had said before, one of the things I do want to do is I want to um, like work on another build while I'm doing this build. Even though it's probably not the best thing. Like if I want to actually complete this build, I should probably just go and finish it. But I know this build is I'm gonna spend hours upon hours building the actual temple itself. I mean, I've already spent 7 hours, and this thing is nowhere near done. The railing itself is probably going to take an hour or two. I would say probably 2 hours. First, just figuring out, exactly how I want to build it and, make it look and everything. And from what I'm thinking of using, I'm going to be using basically these. But I'm kind of thinking that there's a certain one that you can get that looks really bulky, and if I do that, that means I'm gonna have to place each one, put the block that I choose into it, and use the hammer on it. If I do that, that's going to require a lot more attention to doing that. I might not though. I don't know because let's see. Like there's carpenter fences. Oh, there's ex-utility fences. That might actually come in handy. Brick fences. Okay. So wait. They're crafted from microblock materials. Huh. If it's from extra utilities, I don't know if that'll crash my game or not. I'll have to maybe look into that. Because I was having a problem with Forge microblocks. I think it's because of the fact that the version of Forge that I'm using, and I'm really confused on like where the microblock mod is actually stored. I don't know if it's just like embedded in Forge or not, but something is making it to where it's not working properly. I don't know exactly what it is that's doing it, but every time I place on a Forge microblock, it crashes my game. Doesn't corrupt the world, at least. I mean, that is a good thing, but when I was testing this out and everything, when I was testing the pack out and whatnot, I tried to use a Forge microblock, and it crashed my game. I set it down again, and it crashed it again. So I've come to the realization that apparently Forge microblocks doesn't like something that I'm doing. So I mean, it's perfectly fine, but I mean, if I can use extra utility fences, that might actually work quite well, actually. Especially using like one of these fences would probably work really well. I would just have to figure out which one, honestly. Because, I mean, some of these look like they would work really well. I mean, I'm going for like a white look. I mean, this would work pretty well, but to be able to get white stained clay... Oh, okay. I can get that easy then. That won't be an issue. But, I mean, something that would be white would be preferred. Something that kind of looks like sandstone. There's a compressed sand one. That might work. I don't know. There's got to be a sandstone one here somewhere. That one might be the one I use. Yeah, here it is. Oh, you can even use Huh. Okay. Interesting. Can even use the smooth one. That might work perfect then. I'm not sure exactly if that's gonna be what I want, but I'll have to see if it does crash my game. I'll probably do it in a test world just to make sure just to make sure that this doesn't get corrupted for any reason. I'll test it and see if it works. If it does work, then that'll be what I use, because that'll make this a lot easier. But like I had said, though, I was talking about making another build, though, that I was wanting to do. And I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to end up doing, probably. I mean, I do want to finish this build. I mean, like I said, though, this is going to take a ton of time. And with taking so much time, and, like I had said again, I don't want to get burnt out on doing just one build. Because Normally my builds, I mean, I think the longest build I've ever done before is roughly 10 hours, maybe 12 hours. Um, and again, of course, that was, in creative. So, it goes a lot easier doing that. But with this, I have to do quite a bit more than just building. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking of doing another build. Yeah, thinking of doing another build though, along with doing this build. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I'd want to do it, because I don't want to really disrupt this build in any way. Because I'm going to be clearing out more of this area and stuff for doing the path around it. So I'll probably explore a little bit more over here, possibly more back here or over here or something. Trying to get out of the desert, I think. Because that's kind of what I want to go for. I want to get away from the desert to do my next build, I think. I might not, though. I might try to just stay in the desert. Just because, I mean, desert biome is more or less one of my favorite biomes. That's why I thought, like, finding this desert was amazing. The problem, though, with deserts is it seems to be the liquids that are around seem to be around deserts a lot for some reason. I possibly might even go. Well, no, because there's way too much water over here. Way too much water. It'd be obnoxious. So maybe my next build actually I might just do in the sky, to be honest, because that will be easier. Honestly, that probably would be a hell of a lot easier to just do a build in the sky. Um, Man, it might be a little bit more of a pain just because I'd have to build the ground and everything for it for doing that. But I mean, honestly, I mean at the same time as well, doing a build in the sky, I would either I would have to light up the area underneath it, or just let the mobs be there and not care. Either way. I mean, because I'm going for something I want to be, like, ridiculously massive. Once again, like, even bigger maybe than this, but there won't be as much detail as this build has. I mean, there's so much detail in this build, honestly. I mean, it may not look like there's a whole lot of detail, but, I mean, there's, all of all the carpenter blocks is a lot of detail to me because it took so much time to do it. And I think I'm going to more or less try to kind of stay away from really doing all that and kind of stick to something that will be massive, but it won't be something so time consuming as this, just because I was going by a picture. I think for my next build, it won't be so much of basing it off of a picture as it will be as this one. I'm thinking of still maybe somewhat going off of something, but I'm not gonna try to get anywhere near. Just kind of get an image, in a sense, of what I'm going for. So yeah, I think I'm done, pretty much rambling on here. um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, this build is definitely coming along. It's definitely taking a lot longer than I was expecting to kind of, you know, get these episodes done and everything. But like I said, I'm trying to kind of go slow about it. Actually, whenever I get on here, I want to actually have it to where, I'm in a sense, like having fun and not just doing this just to get it done kind of thing. Like to actually do it because I want to do it kind of thing. Because I mean, before I could sit here and build for hours upon hours and never get bored, but you know, once you build for so long, you kind of get a bit annoyed of it, and which is one of the reasons why I'd actually taken a huge break of Minecraft was because of that reason, because of building for hours upon hours and then just being like, oh, I don't want to build anymore kind of thing. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this episode though, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.